Hey guys, what's happening? So I was recently on this podcast and we were all talking about Scott Pilgrim. Now that is a fantastic movie and I recommend that all of you check it out. It is a lot of fun. I know Michael Cera, he's a little bit stale right now, I guess, but he does a good job and so you should check it out. And the comic is pretty damn cool too, but then the conversation moved towards the video game. Now this is a game that I've only been checking out a few little clips here and there, haven't really read too deeply into it, but it's an old school style beat 'em up, and I was just really freaking excited because you know what? Anna Monoguchi is also doing the soundtrack, which is a fantastic chiptunes band, and this game just seemed to have a lot of stuff going for it. But then it was revealed to me that this game, this 4-player beat 'em up in which it is optimized to be played best with 4 other people, or 3 other people, sorry, because of the required grinding that needs to be done in order to progress the game properly. It was revealed to me that the game is local multiplayer only. That means you cannot play online over Xbox Live Arcade or PlayStation Network with your friends. No, you need to have them on the couch with you. Now, I want to say that having your friends on the couch with you, some of the best time that you can have. It is always fantastic when you have your close friends with you. You know, you're eating crappy food that you should not be eating, you're all swearing at each other, somebody's bitching about something stupid, somebody tries to have an emo conversation and then you make fun of them. You know, all of the great stuff that happens when you have buddies over. Fantastic. I love having that. And you know what? I'm also a little disappointed that sometimes local multiplayer games are a little less frequent, and that games do go online only. But regardless of that, why the hell can't we play this online? Now, when I was actually confirming this on GameFAQs, I wanted to confirm that the Xbox Live Arcade version also did not have the online multiplayer. I saw a lot of discussion about whether or not it is legitimate for a well-adjusted, well-minded person to want to have the online multiplayer, because don't you have friends that can just come over and play the game, and don't you have a life in which you can all nerd out? And I want to say, and the point of this video is that depending on the stage of life that you are in, that is either very easy or kind of a pain in the ass. Perhaps not impossible, but you know what? It is not as easy as it once was. Eventually, your best gaming friends and you will eventually start to move away from each other. It is just a natural fact of life. I have a group or a handful of friends that are just great friends that I grew up with, that I loved to play video games with, but eventually a lot of us just started moving away. And so if I want to play this game with them, it's actually going to be kind of difficult now, because being that these are my high school friends that I got to know when, you know, you get to meet a large variety of people nonstop, they're all into games much more than my newer friends that I've met more in the recent years. And so the people that I most want to play this game with, it is going to be actually rather difficult to play with. Now, I can kind of talk people into playing with me that I know, that I see on a more regular basis, and I can schedule events kind of ahead of time and hope that, you know, the pieces fall together in order to have a great 4-player multiplayer game of Scott Pilgrim, the video game. But it won't be happening nearly as much as I would like it to, and if I did decide to invest in this game, I would probably just get fed up with waiting and play the single player and get the lesser experience. And really, when you have games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original arcade game, coming out on Xbox Live Arcade, and you can play that online with friends, there's really no excuse for this not to be online. Everything coming out in this style is online, like Castle Crashers and so on. So that is a major disappointment. Also, being that this is the year that it is, and because online gaming is fun, and sometimes it is the evening or late at night, and it's during the week when people work or people have their own schedule, and it's difficult to sort of get everyone together. It's not a weekend where you know, people work on the weekend too, so sometimes it's just difficult getting everyone together and you want to play something relaxing before you go to bed. You can't do that with this game, even though so many other comparable titles have it. And so it is a legitimate disappointment to not have online multiplayer with this game, because online multiplayer, perhaps it is not the same as having your buddies on the couch, but it is still a legitimate way to enjoy a video game, and it is also a unique way to enjoy a video game, because I have friends that do live across the country that I enjoy doing things with, and so this would be a way to create a bonding experience. And I enjoy games with puppies sometimes as well, you know, just random people that you don't know, that you get to talk to and you get to know them, perhaps on mostly just a superficial level, but they have their own personality, and you just have a blast killing enemies and having fun and making fun of them and everything else. And so, yes, I am disappointed that Scott Pilgrim, the video game, does not have the online multiplayer. I would like to check this game out. I'm still considering it. It's kind of a pain in the ass getting enough people together to play a 4-player game like this, especially because, being that everyone has a life in the later years, not everyone wants to play games anymore when you actually do get everyone together. A lot of people just like to sort of hang back, chill, talk, you know, perhaps just meet someplace that's not in a living room. And people just do not have the attention span or motivation to play a game like this hours on end. And I'm kind of the same way too. And so that's why the online is great for a title like this. For a person like me that's in this stage of life who has this sort of scenario going on. And I really would like to play more Scott Pilgrim. I'd like to experience more Scott Pilgrim because it is basically over now. Let me know what you think. Let me know what online gaming means to you, and thanks for watching.